What is up, guys? My name is Coriola, and welcome to episode 49 of my Out of the Park Baseball 17 franchise here with the Kansas City Royals, and we are here at the 2030 first-year player draft. We have the number one overall selection. We are actually doing quite well, 25 and 26. We started off the season very, very poorly. April. You can see we only won 6 games the entire month. May was kind of, up until about here, we were kind of bouncing, staying around 500, and then starting here, we have won 8 games in a row, going from 17 and 26 to 25 and 26, only 4.5 games out of the division. And the main thing has been our offense has actually been pretty good the entire year, and the real X factor has been our pitching staff. At the end of April, only one pitcher on the entire team had an ERA under 3, and now only one has an ERA above 5, and 2 have an ERA above 5, and only 3 are within the 4s. So starting pitching, Danny Ventura, 3.06 ERA. 20 walks is a bit concerning, and he's giving up a lot of home runs. His BABIP is really low, so that is a bit of a red flag. Yuji Takeda, strikeouts are low, walks are a bit high, and his BABIP is really high, so 399 is pretty good. Wayne Green, 308. Home runs really high, walks really high, strikeouts really low, BABIP pretty low, not as low as Ventura, so he's concerning as well. So we'll keep an eye on those 3 guys. Evan Banks has struggled, 675, not too surprising, considering he's a 4.0 walks per 9. But Brett Henry's been solid, 437, after a rough last year. Jensen's brought his ERA way down to 443 from like 7 something. Volmar 513, still in the 5s. Nelmerson Angela having a fantastic season, 312. Danny Cabello, who I changed to a reliever and his ratings went way up, is 397. Sam Danforth, who I would also like to change to a reliever, 450. Not doing great there. Allard and Castro are doing solid too, actually really well. Put Allard in the long relief again, even though I want him in middle relief and Danforth in long relief. Wait, yeah. Use more often secondary lefty specialist. Who could we call up to replace Danforth? As you see, he's ready. And then he got injured. Neil Stranahan. No. There's not really anyone we can really call up. But, Billy Napier's hitting well. And Feliz is not, so yeah, we're going to call back up Billy Napier. We literally today, we called up Danny Zamora, who's hitting really well in Omaha, when third base, Alcala, that's who it is, went down for 3 weeks. But other than that, we've been healthy. Our offense, let's take a look at those stats after I reset the lineup. Canterbury, 261, Turner, 280, Napier, right in the 3 spot. All right. Maldonado, 249, only 7 home runs. Kent Early, who you will not see there for a while, or for much longer, 217. Bogarts, 253. Castro, 281. And Grullon's actually hit 272. Power is just non-existent, but which is why as soon as he's healthy, we will call up Johnathon Ramirez. He's crushing AAA in his first season there. He's more than ready. His stats are 60, 65, 60, 65, 55. Just right there, that's a fantastic player, and he's projected to get even better than that. So, yes, we will be calling up Johnathon Ramirez in just a matter of days. Lopez hitting 269, And Double-A, Velasquez has struggled. He's also injured. He hit 239 in 155 at-bats at the start of the season. He's out for most of the season, so his future with the team will have to wait. Or his time with the team, I should say, will have to wait. But we've got the first-year player draft. And to stop teasing you, we are going to trade Kent early. Now, last year, the San Diego Padres traded us a very solid pitching prospect who's 3.5-star starting pitcher, throwing 270 in AAA. I forgot his name. But it was kind of highway robbery because he didn't do that well for them. And now we are going to go right back and do it again. We are getting from them Matt Hand, who is getting paid $6.1 million, but for only 1 year. Early is also a free agent after not this season. He still has one more season to control after this, but I don't really want to keep him around. He hasn't hit well the past 2 years. On base has always been pretty bad. So, but the main man we are getting back is Raul Jimenez. He's a very good first base prospect, but he's also could play the outfield. I really don't care where he fits in on this team because he'll do well anywhere. I'd like him to be in the outfield with that speed. But if his power develops, I'd probably just stick him at first base. So yeah, he is the main get. He's hitting 381 in rookie ball. So just 19 years old. We will complete this deal. And Matt Hand will be put on the active roster. And then when Ramirez is healthy, we'll probably send down some more depending on how he does in the bigs. Or possibly just cut our losses with Armando Galvin. But now we've got the first year player draft. Excuse me. Let's take a look at our top players. Here are the guys with either 5 or 4.5 stars. Jeff Davis, powerful first baseman who does look like a blue chip #1 overall prospect who I'm definitely considering. Powerful right-handed hitter. We've got Mike Hall. Brian Ludwig, who looks a lot like Alejandro Lopez did. Brandy Seabrook, that is a concern. First pitcher we've got is at 4.5, Mike Bell. I don't really like him too much because that third pitch, his control isn't great now, and his movement isn't going to be that great. We've got a right fielder. We've got a left-handed pitcher who... sorry, my phone's buzzing. Let's see, was this a guy I was considering? Ryan Faulkner? I believe so. Yes, it was. Unless it was this guy. But we'll see. Let's check. Mike Nowitzki. It was... Okay, this was the guy I was considering. Never mind. So yeah. Faulkner. Again, that low movement kind of concerns me. Chris Gossman, basically. Alejandro Lopez. Matt Croy. Not too thrilled with him. Jeremy Hood. I like his utility, but I don't really like his hitting stats enough to draft #1 overall. Then we got a closer. And now here is the guy I like. Jim Nowitzki. I don't know. Everything looks like it's going to be really fantastic. OSA thinks he's the best pitcher in this draft. I like how he's got 3 solid pitches right now. And he's a lefty. He's a big lefty. And then we got this guy, Leo Perez, who is projected to be the #1 overall pick. The movement's a bit low for my liking, and that fourth pitch that's bad, it kind of brings a guy down sometimes. You see Danny Ventura, even though it's a bad pitch and they've got better pitches, they still use that bad pitch, and the batters hit well off that bad pitch. He is only 5'11", he's a small guy, kind of mid-90s velocity. So... really, right now, my choice. He was actually drafted #3 overall last year and did not sign I believe it was the Giants. We can check his transactions. Can we? We can. 2nd overall pick. He's got 90, according to OSA, he's got 95 potential stuff. So, I really, really like Jeff Davis. I can't condone taking a first baseman out of high school #1 overall when he's not good at defense, not very fast, and we've got the rest, and we've got these 2 really good pitchers down the board. So it's between Jim Nowicki and Leo Perez, and I think Jim Nowicki is the better pitcher. He's a lefty, which we could definitely use in our organization. All his ratings are really high right now and projected to be really, really good. So he's got top-of-the-line velocity. I'm going to take Jim Nowicki, #1 overall. We hit well with our #1 overall pick 2 years ago. Hopefully we do the same this year. Boston takes Brian Ludwig. San Francisco took Leo Perez again. That's gotta be the biggest FU when when you don't want to sign with someone and then they draft you again the next season. Arizona takes Jeff Davis, #4. Chicago takes Mike Esteves. Jeff Mitchell, Bubbles. He's a solid pitcher. Really solid, actually. From Rutgers, Colorado takes Ryan Faulkner. Houston takes Mike Sams. That's Mike Sams. Philadelphia takes Mike Bell. Toronto takes Bob Copley. And Baltimore, that'll be the last one we look at, takes Micah Landers, who I would have really liked. All right, let's go to our next pick. Who we got left? We got Jody Sherry. I don't like that. Obviously, that 3rd pitch is a concern. We got Mike Hall. That /discipline's my #1 concern with him. So let's look at these guys. Brian Alley. Now, here's an interesting fellow. Xavier Bell, Kyle Browning, Steve Denman, William Starks, Tony Vigil, R.J. Arnold, Luke Baker. Yeah, I like Luke Baker. Anyone else? Yeah, no, I'm going to take Luke Baker in the 2nd round. I don't think I really need to explain. His ratings just look the best. All right, got Kyle Brown here. I'm going to take him because he's got that really good speed, defense, and hitting abilities. Next round, I'm going to take William Starks, who looks like another good catcher. We could always use catchers in our farm. 5th round now. All right. I did not look at this guy, Steve Kickler. Impossible signing. All right. Tony Skiffington, Rich Van Otis, Robbie Wyatt. Enrique Herrera was interesting. Ooh, Brian Rowland. Yes, this is my guy. This is who I'm taking. He looks a lot like Christian Arroyo. Where was he? Brian Rowland is impossible. All right. I'm going to draft him. I really like his ratings. I'm going to see if we can convince him to sign. Was there Mike Bailey? I know someone named Matt Bailey, and he's a interesting character. Mike Steele. I liked Herrera, and he's also impossible. All right, let's look at the 2-star guys then. Chris Culp, Mike Curtis. I like Curtis. I like Nick Alexander. All right, let's go with Curtis and then Alexander. Those are really the only two guys I liked. Did Alexander? No, he did not. He's right there. Next round. All right. Let's look below Alexander. No. There's a pretty good closer, Nathaniel Faust, who we might be able to convert to a starter. I'm going to take Jonathan Garros. I almost hope he doesn't make it to the majors because I cannot pronounce that name. And then we'll take the closer, Faust. All right. Yeah, I don't really see anyone else here that I really want to get. I'll take Robbie Wyatt. All right, 10 rounds of picks. That'll be it. We'll let Mozeliak finish the draft. And so, yeah. This is last time we didn't take the guy who was, supposedly the best player in the draft. There was some cactus, right? Oh, he only wants 500,000. We'll offer him 750. Actually, we'll offer him 1 million in hopes that he signed. He does not want a lot. Thank you, bro. What about that? Nope. What about that? There we go. Alright, so yeah, it looks like that's already an offer. And you want too much. Yeah, the rest of those guys want too much. Well, Enrique Herrera, but I don't think he'll let us offer anything. Yeah. Alright. So that'll be it. Let's simulate some. Lose it, and our win streak is broken. Kyle Brown was convinced by our offer. He was our third or second round pick. I forget. Third round. Because we took 2 pitchers. Evan Banks had a nice night against Minnesota. Can we split the 4-game series? Yes, we can. And another shutout by our 5-star at the time, Brett Henry. I forgot his first name for a second. All right. Jim Nowitzki wanted $8 million, even though he was recommended for slot. Okay, so it's more than Perez was demanding. We've won 3 games in a row, and we are at 500. Now we are past 500 as Jim Nowitzki has accepted our offer. As Yuji Takeda had a nice night. Another shutout, too. All right, keep it up, boys. Kansas City is over 500. And we're back there. Luke Baker, our second-round pick, has accepted our offer. And we lose against the Angels, so we split back-to-back 4-game series. Now we've got Oakland. William Starks has accepted our offer. We lost that game to LA in 12 innings. So we've just got Rowland left, and then we'll be done. Lose 3 games in a row. Brian Rowland says he has accepted our offer. All right, we'll finish the series against Oakland, and then I'll cut out 2 international amateurs. We've lost 4 games in a row. Make it not 5, which is nice. We're 30-32 on the 17th of June. Pretty good for a team I expected to be another bottom feeder this year. I'm not really looking to make the playoffs. If we do, that's nice. But we don't really have the offense for the playoffs, as evidenced. One more thing I did forget to mention is Salvador Perez has announced he will retire at the end of the season. So next season we could be seeing Alejandro Lopez behind the dish in Kansas City. I think he's pretty close to ready if he just gets those last two up a bit. Is up to 276 in AA. So yeah, I'll cut out. See you guys back at International Amateurs. Alright, I am back. We are now 34 and 41. We had a lot of one-run losses in this past stretch. 2 here again, actually 3 one-run losses against Detroit. 1 against Toronto, 1 against Chicago. 2-run loss against Minnesota. So yeah, not a great stretch, but we are back at International Amateurs. And let's see who we got. We got Vincent Casares, who I would definitely consider if he had that 5th pitch. Bobby Sepulveda. Gustavo Piexoto. He's my number 1 right now. I'll offer him 1.2 right now. I really like his makeup. Nope. There we go. It's a little under half. Or a little under double what he initially wants. I like Danny Castro. So yeah, how about 650? Which leaves us 1.15 left to spend. Antonio Fierro. Bobby Pena. Wow. If there was another top, if there's like a second guy who I could like double up on, I would definitely go over, but not for that. So yeah, I'll offer Sepulveda deal. Anyone else? Not really. Alright, that'll be it. Just those, what was that, 4 guys? I forget. We'll see in a couple days. Alright, take the first 2 against Philly. Can we sweep them? We cannot. Alright. Piexoto is the only one who says no. Leaning towards the Giants? Well, that's unacceptable. Oh. We're over budget. That's why. Huh. Crap. I was wondering what the red was. Okay, well, this would shed about $5 million worth of payroll. He's at 6.1, he's at 2.7. So 4, little under 4, but yeah, I'll do that just because I needed to get rid of some money. So that'll send Danforth down to AAA. Out of options, well, you're getting DFA'd. And on the DFAs, we'll add Lovas to the active roster. Alright. Put Lovas as our closer. That's fine because Jensen and Volmar haven't been doing that well. And we need to call up a bat. I think it's time. Johnathon Ramirez, welcome to Kansas City. What would happen if I set you as a right fielder where your defense is better? I'll keep him there. His overall is lower for some reason, but his potential is the same. So let's see what they want to put Ramirez in the 3 spot right away. It's a bit of pressure. Not a bit of pressure. Alejandro Lopez is hitting 269. Still, alright. Well, alright, now that we've gotten that little bit of money cleared up, we still have, we can go another, we can go up to like 7. Puts us at 2.9. Alright, if he accepts that, we'll be good. We take the first in Tampa. We should at least split this. We take the first 2, and we get Piexoto. All right, let's head up. In his first 2 games, Johnathon Ramirez has gone 3 for 9. Not bad. No home runs yet. I will be monitoring for his first career home run. He's going to be in Kansas City for a long time. Our trainer, only Tony Alcala's gotten injured this season. I can give him at least like a 2-year extension. Might need to give him more money. He's happy about the upgrade for some reason, Raul Castro. Happy about our record. Happy about our farm, which is actually going to go down next season because we got rid. Well, by then, Johnathon Ramirez, who's actually just 98. Okay, never mind. Our farm's going to be pretty good next season. Forgot to mention, we still have something Okazaki, who's hitting 300 in AAA. His ratings just aren't going up. Alex Castro will not be a prospect anymore next year, but we will, hopefully, knock on wood, get our top pick. Novicki. I don't really know how to pronounce that. I'll figure it out. Evan Banks had another nice start. He's been pretty inconsistent, either having really good start or really bad start. And we lose the last one. So we take 3 out of 4. Paul Lessard. Alright, he says no to the 2-year deal. What if we offered him 2 years, $700,000? Just hit my microphone. Apologies. Alright, let's continue. We've got 2 series left before the break. Detroit and Boston. And Lessard has agreed to a 2-year extension. Alright. Ooh, I forgot to check Ramirez. Oh, he hadn't done it yet. He's still hitting 333. He got his first career walk. Yeah, pretty solid, pretty solid. Alright, we continue. Lose the second. Can we take the series? We can take the series. Johnathon Ramirez still hasn't hit the first big one yet. He is currently 9 for 28. It's pretty good. Alright, now we got 4 against Boston. We lose 14-1. Was that one run a Johnathon Ramirez home run? He had a hit. He had a run. Was that it? It was not a home run. Alright, I get really excited for a second there. But pitching staff really struggled. That was, see, what did I tell you about Evan Banks? And then Cabello got caught in it too. Alright, game 2 against Boston. Lose 8-6. What about game 3? We win 5-0 and Turner's out for 2 weeks. Johnathon Ramirez still hasn't hit the first career home run. Danny Ventura had a nice night after Takeda struggled a bit. Swapped them in the rotation order. Alright, can we split this series against Boston? Wayne Green? No. Wayne Green gets shelled. Oh well. Not a great night. Do we have any All-Stars? No All-Stars. Oh well. I'm not mad or anything. Billy Napier's done a nice job. Ramirez still hasn't gotten the first long ball, which is a bit concerning because one of his main things is he's a power hitter. Bogarts goes down. We can deal without 2 infielders for a couple days. Can't we, boys? So we win the All-Star game. Now we've got 4 against Cleveland, doubleheader. We win both. Johnathon Ramirez hit his first home run. His average is dipping a bit. It's down to 271, but he's got the long ball. And so I have no way of telling whether that was in game 1 or game 2. We win game 3 of the series. And can we sweep 4 games against the first place team? Absolutely, yes we can. As Ramirez now has 2 home runs. And after the 3rd game, has 3 home runs. That's what we were looking for. We're only 2 games below 500 with 8 left in the month. Lose to Minnesota game 1. Game 2 we win. Can we take the series? We cannot, as Raul Castro goes down. Alright, Turner's going to be back in 2 days. That's fine. Alright, New York. Lose, so we've lost 3 of our last 4. 4 out of the last 5. 5 out of our last 6. Just showing you the ups and downs of this team. Consistency would be much appreciated. Ramirez is currently hitting .386 with 7 home runs. Alright, last day before the deadline. We win 12-3. And Ramirez has 8 home runs now. He's hitting .407. Alright. Do we want to make a deadline move? Pitching staff? I'm happy with our pitching staff. I'm not thrilled with it, but I'm content with our pitching staff. Lineups, kind of same thing. Not thrilled, but not much we could really do because we're not trying to make the playoff push this season. Alejandro's now hitting .279 in AA. Denny is still out for another 2 weeks. Pitching wise, here's the guy we got from San Diego. He's got injured. They also set him as a reliever for some reason. Jim Nowicki threw 50 innings in Wilmington, has a .324 ERA with bit low strikeouts, bit high walks. Home runs are good. BABIP's pretty good. Yeah, his college season looks pretty good. Walks wish were that's not bad. Maybe a bit lower on the walks. But yeah, Jim Chuckwagon Nowicki, a big lefty who throws the ball hard. Looks like he's gonna be a pretty damn good player for us. Kyle Brown's not doing well. Luke Baker not doing well either, but it's all right. All right. Yeah, I think we're just gonna stand pat at the deadline. We take game 2 against Atlanta. We do not have another game, so this will be the end of the episode. We'll take a quick look at the development update, and I'll be out of here. Takeda goes down. So does Henry. So does Angela. Castro goes up. Allard goes up. Canterbury goes up. Ramirez. Okay, his overall was 4.5 as a left fielder, but when I moved him to right fielder, it actually went down. It was at 3, went up to 3.5, so it actually went up technically. So that's good. Neil Stranahan goes up. Adam J. overall goes up. Potential goes down. Momo Suke Okazaika goes up to a 3-star, but he's actually injured for 3 months. So yeah, he will be in the bigs next season, most certainly. Velasquez, that's not good. That decrease, we really need him to turn out nice for us. And if he comes back and struggles, I might just pop him in the bigs. See if that can give him a bit of a jump start. Cordova goes down drastically. Faust goes up. That's nice. Micah Stevens goes down. Robbie Wyatt goes up. Who's probably going to end up as a reliever. That's it. So, is this our second draft with Moselle? This is our third draft with Moseliak. Lopez was our first. Who did we take last year? I forgot already. Freddie Guzman. Mike Sprouse. Jonathan Pipes. Yeah, Guzman, I don't think he's going to turn out that well. Third baseman looks better in left field. What if we set him as a left fielder? Actually decreases. All right. Put him back at third base then. Final look at the stats. Here's our offense. Jeremy Canterbury is leading the way. the 300 average. Most home runs go to Luis Maldonado with 18. Second most, Johnathon Ramirez. Canterbury is technically trailing Ramirez in batting average, but considering the fact that Ramirez only has a few at-bats, that's not surprising. Napier's hitting 268. We probably sent him down prematurely because he never really had that bad season. 268 is not bad by any means, although he's not doing great this season. I was not expecting much from him. Turner, 257. He'll probably be gone after next season. Devi Grullon will probably bring up as a backup to Lopez. I'll probably call up Lopez and Velasquez in September. Other than that, yeah, that's going to end this episode. I hope you guys did enjoy. Pretty fun one as we see the future with Johnathon Ramirez. The future is now. Too many lefties still. Lopez is a righty. Zaika's a lefty. No, he's not. He's a righty. And Velasquez is a righty as well. So, cool. Probably next thing we need is a blue-collar shortstop prospect. I probably should have done this, before the trade deadline, but what could Yuji Takeda get? Oh. So what you're saying is I should have checked before the trade deadline. I didn't really see anyone I loved there. What about Green? I'm just checking, I was supposed to be done with this episode. Alright, yeah, we're done with this episode. Hope you guys did enjoy. Fun episode. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.